Hello, in this video I'm going to be ranking the Playing with Dolls franchise. This is a trilogy of films spanning from 2015 to 2017, all written and directed I think by Rene Perez, the same guy. Interestingly, they all feature female leads of Eastern European descent, so that's quite a strange thing to have included, but there it is. And also, they're all pretty good, to be fair. All three films I did enjoy, like them all, but I'll be ranking them here from what I consider to be the worst to the best. One quick note to begin with, though, is that this film that you see now is the it's a UK release of what turns out to be the second film. But if you're looking at that title and that cover art, rather, you would think that you were buying the first film, but it's actually been mispackaged. This is actually the second film, Bloodlust. So, just a quick note that if you are watching this from the UK and you hope to buy the first film, don't buy this one because it's actually the second film. So what you'd have to do is buy American and buy the film under its US title of Metal Face. So with that said, we're going to get into my worst film from the franchise, my least favourite, which is Metal Face, the aforementioned Metal Face. Like I say, this is the US copy. This is how you're going to have to buy it if you want to own this film in the UK. Though I believe it might be on YouTube here for free. But anyway, this is not my least favourite. I'm just going to give you the story here, as opposed to any plus or minus points. The story is that you've got a young woman who is kind of struggling financially and who is about to be blackmailed by her landlord into providing sex to keep a roof over her head, but she's offered a lifeline in the form of a new job. She'll be charged with, for this job, she will be charged with looking after an ailing old man in his home in isolated territory. But upon arrival, it becomes apparent that she's been lured there to the site to be used as a plaything or a victim for this sadistic killer who will be hunting her down for sport, while all the while being observed through cameras by a creepy voyeur. So that's that one. That's my least favourite. Still good though. Next one is the second film, Bloodlust. This is what it should look like, not like that one that I showed you at the start. So that's what it looks like in the UK, but it shouldn't look like that. It should look like this. This is the official cover art, I believe, or something similar to it. And the story here is that you've got, this time we have two lead characters, a man and a woman, both single parents, and again, kind of who are struggling for money. And this time they're along with two others, they are tricked into thinking they're taking part in a reality show where a slasher will play by an actor will kind of be trying to scare and capture them, to eliminate them from the game. And the one that survives with the last one standing will then win a cash prize. But obviously, as it turns out, it's all a trick to get them there. And the killer is real. It's the guy that we met from the first film, the sadistic killer from there. And he's being watched by this creepy voyeur through cameras, all for his sick pleasure. And yeah, it's pretty good. It's quite similar in setup to the previous film, but it's a little bit more of a slasher feel to it because I think there's a slightly higher body count with a few more characters this time as our kind of main group of the contestants. And the ending is quite similar indeed to the first film, so they did kind of rehash it a bit there. Plus it's got a really strange, bizarre ending where it just kind of cuts off kind of mid-fight scene, so that's a bit of a negative point to it. But apart from that, it's very good. I actually enjoyed it a little bit more story-wise, and just kind of with the kind of setup was a bit more familiar in terms of being more like a traditional slasher film. So I did like it a little bit more than the first one, but that might be something to do with the fact that I watched this before the first one, due to that mix-up that I mentioned with the cover art being wrongly represented here in the UK, because I bought all three films before watching them, so I ended up having to buy 2 copies of this one. But rather, I bought 2 copies of this one first, thinking I had all 3 films, and then it turned out that I had to buy the first one again because I just had 2 copies of this one. So because of that, I watched that one first. So that means that my favourite film in the franchise is the last film in the franchise, which is kind of rare because normally I guess films tend to get worse as the series go on, but in this case they got better. So my favourite is actually the third film, Havoc Playing with Death, or Playing with Dolls 3 if you prefer. And the story here is slightly different. Here we've got the killer, again he's back, but on this occasion he's kind of he breaks free from where he's being held by this voyeur and his kind of private army that keep him sedated. He breaks free from that kind of cave system where they've been keeping him, and he kind of starts breaking out on his own into the surrounding countryside and kind of roaming the area by himself. And in doing so, he stumbles upon this kind of holiday home that belongs to a couple who are having a domestic dispute due to the fact that the man has been discovered as having an affair with a young woman who, as circumstances would have it, is also at the cabin with them. So we've got 3 people here, the man and his wife or partner and his mistress, and they're all kind of squabbling and feuding. And as this happens, the killer breaks into the cabin and mayhem ensues, and the 2 women find that they have to, who are kind of at loggerheads over this cheating man, finally have to work together in order to survive the killer. So it's a bit of a different setup, and it quite a lot of drama in it with the kind of dynamic of the relationship. So I did like that, because I do like drama films. So it's a little bit different, and it felt a bit more fresh than the previous two. So this is probably my favourite of the three because of that. But yeah, they're all pretty good, to be fair. So that's my ranking for the franchise. Favourite one is this one, Playing with Death, Havoc, then Bloodlust, and then finally my least favourite is the original Metal Face / Playing with Dolls. Okay, thanks for watching, and goodbye.